Happy Leap Day. Once every 4 years. You know, these 4-year cycles we've got every time there's a leap year. Well, actually, it's February 29th, 2024. Let's timestamp it right now. But every 4 years, you've got a leap year, you got a presidential election year, you got the Olympics. What else is there? There's something else. Bitcoin halving. Wonder why. It's always on the same year. So here we are, extra day of the year. Don't mess everything up. Imperfect calendar. Maybe if we went with lunar seasons, or I should say lunar months, we wouldn't have this issue, right? But no, we got to put our stamp on it. There's got to be so many days, and then, you know, well, it's not perfect. Got to add a day every 4 years to make things right. Just like time changes. Well, it's daylight savings time. Now it's not. It's standard time. Act of Congress says this is what the time is. We want to control time. Craziness. So here we go. Crypto market. Today is the end of the month. We're gonna have a monthly candle close, and Bitcoin pumped up yesterday, dumped because of Coinbase, and then we had it kind of stabilize around 61, 62,000. It's been hovering there, but what you've seen is the other coins are starting to run, like Litecoin. DigiByte starting to run back up, which is why I say it's not going to 100,000 this year. I mean, I could be totally wrong on this. This time could be different. Trillions could pour into it, into the crypto market, into Bitcoin and all these others. But I think what happens is, and what you're seeing now, is it's a relief valve. I mean, Bitcoin gets to a certain point, and then, you know, it starts going into the money starts flowing into other coins. Because if you think about it, if you're coming into the market and you're looking at it and saying, holy crap, $62,000 Bitcoin, what else is out there? I want to get a whole coin. I don't want a fraction. Who wants like 0.0159 Bitcoin? Well, how much Bitcoin do you have? Do you have a whole Bitcoin? Well, no. I mean, you want to be able to say you have a whole something. Well, you get a whole Litecoin for, well, yesterday it was 75 or less, but today it's 83 or so. So you have that opportunity to get a whole Litecoin for very little. And because people will start looking at, man, this Bitcoin's expensive. I want something like Bitcoin that's as safe as Bitcoin, but I don't want to pay for Bitcoin. Well, good thing you got Litecoin, baby. And when that reaches awareness, adoption, whatever you want to call it, there's a lot of room to run, baby. Oh my gosh, I got to run in here. A lot of room to run for Litecoin and other coins, and that's why they're rising today. So that's why I think that Bitcoin probably won't reach 100,000 this year, because you'll see something like Litecoin hit 1,000 or 5,000 or whatever. It's going to soak that up. All the other coins are going to soak that up, even XRP, DigiByte, Dogecoin. You saw Dogecoin yesterday. It was up like 30%. See, these other coins are going to soak up the liquidity that's being brought in by Bitcoin. You know, so that's why I think Bitcoin can only go so high, for people saying it's going to go to $2 trillion, or 2 trillion, I mean, $2 million, or even $1 million. You think about the energy that has to go into Bitcoin to take it to $1 million. A lot of that's going to get funneled out to these other coins. And that's just what happens. I mean, that's what happens in every market cycle. I mean, it's not going to be just Bitcoin only. If it were, then yeah, I could see it going up a lot. But people are going to say, oh, I can't afford that. Why do I want to? I can't afford $100,000 Bitcoin. F that. But I can get 100 Litecoin or 50 Litecoin, and there's only 4 times as many. And it's a lot faster, and it's got privacy features, and it's been running for almost 13 years nonstop. Bitcoin can't say that. And there's no founder stash of 1 million Bitcoin that could get released at any moment. No, because Charlie Lee, the founder of Litecoin, sold all of his. He divested from it so that he was not the person who could manipulate and control the market. And there wasn't that, oh my gosh, Charlie Lee's got, you know, X amount of Litecoin. He could dump that on the market at any time. No, it's already done. It's gone. Doesn't have it. He's already become a neutral party, and just like the rest of us. Done. That was done in 2017, and everybody likes to bring that. Well, the founder sold all the coins. Well, it's like, I'm good. I'm glad, because, you know, you look at these tokens that get created, you look at Bitcoin even. I don't want somebody sitting back at any moment can nuke the market with the coins that they hold. Why do you want that? If you want a decentralized currency, you do not want the founder holding a big stash. That's stupid. It's dangerous. So he divested himself from it. And then the thing is, well, he left and abandoned everybody by doing that. He did. Everything that I see going on in the Litecoin Foundation, Charlie Lee matches it. I mean, he's putting money into Litecoin. He's steering development of Litecoin. I mean, you got to get your facts straight, people. I mean, that narrative is so exhausted at this point. You know, you are almost, 7 years. He sold his coins at the top. And then you look back and he's like, well, he didn't sell them at the top. He sold them in 3 different waves, tranches, whatever you want to say. All the coins that he had, he either purchased on exchanges or he mined himself. I mean, you go back and look at the fair launch of Litecoin and how everybody knew, unlike Bitcoin, not everybody knew it was getting launched. So you got the first guy sitting there just mining, collecting. Charlie Lee released that to the world and said, listen, this is when I'm going to do it. This is the time it's going to be done. Here's the code. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's ready to go and everybody starts mining. It's fair launch. I mean, you can't say that about, you really can't say that about Bitcoin. You can. It's a pre-mined coin. It's a crap coin. Shat coin, like they like to say. It's pre-mined. Well, gotta look at it for what it is. Bitcoin kind of was pre-mined because nobody else was able to do it except one, maybe 2 people. I think it might have just one person, whoever Satoshi is. And people will say, well, he'll never put it on there, so that just reduces the supply. But how do you know? You don't know. Anyway, I don't even like getting off on this tangent. It's just go back and do your own research and look at the history of it. Give me a break. Most decentralized coin out there, scarce supply, 84 million, been running for over 13 years. Litecoin is that coin. It's sound money for the digital age. You are starting to see people will understand what it is, because as the price of Bitcoin goes up, people are going to look for alternatives. That's what we do as human beings. We don't say, hey, I want to keep buying the most expensive thing in the room. No. Hey, gold's pretty expensive. You know, $2,000 an ounce, and you got one coin in your hand, and then you can get another one of these coins that's silver. It's like, well, it kind of accomplishes the same things. Yeah, properties are a little bit different. However, it actually does more than gold in industrial use case. But as far as a precious metal, you think, well, I can get one for $25 an ounce, or I can get one for $2,000 an ounce. And same thing with Bitcoin to Litecoin. It's like, I can use this as money, you know, gold, silver, or whatever it is. I can take it, you know, it's not going to get destroyed. Good store of value. Why would you pay so much more for one than the other? Personal preference, I guess. But you don't need to. And a lot of people are going to say, I don't want to, because I would rather have, you know, 70 of these versus one of these. And they do the same thing. So that's what you're going to see in this market. And that's why I think that there's going to be a cap, or I should say Bitcoin will get throttled down. If it gets to the point where, you know, and everybody says, oh, we got all these ETFs, there's more ETFs and more Wall Street money is going to come into it. Yes, I agree, it will. But what do you think is going to happen next? They're going to say, maybe we needed an Ethereum ETF. And so that's going to drain away energy from Bitcoin because more money will go into Ethereum. That'll pump that. And they may say, God forbid, I want a Litecoin ETF. And that's just, I mean, it'll probably happen. You know, and people will buy it that way and lock their money up. And same vampire casino doesn't do any good for adoption. It doesn't do any good as far as using money that exists outside the vampire casino system, because that's why I'm into this. Unfortunately, so many people who think they're into it aren't into it because they just want the price to go up, and they're happy to let banks, vampires, legacy systems custody those coins that you're never going to get back, and they're going to hold them. It's going to be an asset on their books to strengthen them when they should have failed. But we kind of missed that opportunity possibly. Maybe not. We'll see how things play out. Today will be a big day. We'll see how the candle closes, where it's at, the monthly candle. That'll tell us something. I still think we could have a bloodbath in March, even if Bitcoin closes at $62,000 today, the candle. In my mind, with all the things that are happening in the world, it would not surprise me to see Bitcoin go to in the 30,000s, possibly down to $30,000 in March. Now, it will recover because you have a halving in April, and once we get past that and into the year, it's going to keep going up. But I could definitely see some scare events coming in March that would cause a scenario like that. So just be cognizant of that. Nothing goes straight up. There will be stops along the way. There will be corrections. Now, it may be a correction that lasts, you know, an hour, and then boom, it's right back up. I'm just saying, the potential is there. Beware the Ides of March. Beware what happens in March. I just have a feeling that it very well could happen. That kind of scenario could play out. So it's not always up only. It can't be. There will be a breather. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. See you on Hash It Out. We'll hash out more of this stuff. Today at 4 p.m. Central Time, we'll be talking about it. I think the candle for the month might be closing in the live stream of that show, so we'll address it live. All right. Love you all. Have a wonderful Thursday. Hash It Out, 4 p.m. Central Time. See the link below in the description. Blind Dave's YouTube channel. See you there. Exit the Vampire Casino. Trust your gut. Trust yourself. You know all the answers. Get on your own path. It's your path to take. Don't let anybody steer you off of it. All right. Love you all.